Christopher Columbus landed in what is now the Bahamas in 1492, but was he the first non-indigenous person to reach the Americas? Over the years, several radical theories have emerged that the Vikings, the Polynesians, and the Chinese arrived before Columbus. Now, a group of researchers have come up with another controversial theory. They say the Romans set foot in the New World more than 1,000 years earlier. Hey, it's Mikexingchen. What appears to be an ancient Roman sword has been found off the east coast of Canada, and it is just one of several indications that Romans may have been there around the 2nd century or earlier. While it has become more widely accepted that the Norse visited the North American continent about 1,000 years ago, this discovery could mean that the Romans arrived at the New World at least 800 years before. Evidence of the finding, which was exclusively revealed to Johnston Press and published in the Boston Standard, was uncovered by researchers led by historical investigator J. Hudson Pulitzer and are involved with the History Channel's series Curse of Oak Island, which details the efforts of two brothers from Michigan as they attempt to solve the mystery of the Oak Island treasure, which I covered in a video a while ago, and discover historical artifacts believed to be concealed on the island. Oak Island, Nova Scotia is home to one of the greatest mysteries on the North American continent, with a history that dates back to at least the late 1700s. The Oak Island Money Pit has produced pieces of gold, stones etched with indecipherable codes, and seeming clues that a great treasure is buried over 200 feet below ground in a cavern that some speculate is man-made. Also, did I mention this treasure is supposed to be cursed? Pulitzer, along with academics from the Ancient Artifact Preservation Society, have compiled a paper on the finding, which is scheduled to be published in full in early 2016. His theory about an ancient Roman presence on the island has already met with some resistance, as it defies the current accepted theory that the Vikings were the first Old World explorers to make it to the New World. Pulitzer asks, however, that historians and archaeologists approach the evidence objectively without a preconceived idea that the Romans did not make it to the New World. While most treasure hunters have ended up empty-handed, a recent revelation points to an incredible and possibly history-changing find. A shipwreck believed to be Roman was found off Oak Island, and within the wreck, a well-preserved Roman ceremonial sword was retrieved. Pulitzer told the Boston Standard that the sword was hauled onto a fishing boat decades ago, but was kept secret because the finder and his son feared they would be punished due to strict laws in Nova Scotia regarding retrieving treasures from shipwrecks. However, relatives of the finder, who is now deceased, recently came forward to reveal the precious sword to researchers. Pulitzer carried out tests on the sword using an XRF analyzer, which revealed that the sword contained the same metallic properties with traces of arsenic and lead that match other Roman artifacts. He said, "The shipwreck is still there and has not been worked. We have scanned it. We know exactly where it lays, but it will be a touchy thing for the Nova Scotia government to allow an archaeological team to survey it. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is Roman." Mainstream historians usually dismiss these finds as inaccurate, claiming artifacts such as this can be dropped by collectors in modern times, but Pulitzer claims him and his team have dug up numerous other pieces of evidence to support the theory that the Romans made it to the New World more than 1,000 years before Columbus. These include a stone with an ancient language connected to the Roman Empire, burial mounds in the ancient Roman style, crossbow bolts reportedly confirmed by US government labs to have come from ancient Iberia, which was part of the Roman Empire, coins connected to the Roman Empire, and much more. A few similar swords have been found in Europe. This model of sword has a depiction of Hercules on the hilt, and it is believed to be a ceremonial sword given by Emperor Commodus to outstanding gladiators and warriors. The Museum of Naples made replicas of one of these swords in its collection, leading some to wonder whether the Oak Island weapon is a replica. Though the replicas match the Oak Island sword in appearance, Pulitzer said the tests on its composition have 100% confirmed it is not a cast iron replica. The sword also contains a lodestone that is oriented due north and could thus aid navigation, which is absent in the replicas. A shipwreck has also been detected near where the sword was discovered. Pulitzer's team has scanned it using side-scan sonar, and the History Channel show also confirmed it with detailed maps of the underwater terrain that showed the characteristic of a shipwreck at the location. Pulitzer's research team and supporting academics are in the process of applying for government approval to dive and recover artifacts from the shipwreck. He hopes the artifacts found on and near the island will gain the interest of scholars worldwide and that the area will be declared an archaeological site and thus protected for further investigation. The History Channel episode about the sword was aired in late January, so if you guys want to see it, I'll put the link to that video in the description box for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.